So we chilling, kicking it, super megas in the couch, it's just a good time. Then suddenly out of nowhere, just like, I swear the music stopped and everybody just like stopped and froze and just looked at the door, and I just saw everybody's heads turning. And then I just see Kid X and Mugs and KO and my Easy Dozen. And I'm not even lying to you guys, they were walking in slow motion. They were literally walking in slow motion. And this is like before Kara Kara even became a thing. It was like right on the way. And it was at that moment that I decided that I'm gonna be Skhanda Queen and I wanna take over the rap game with these guys. Hi, my name is Moozlie. I am 28 years old from Benoni. I am a rapper, a musician, I'm also a television presenter, and I'm also the most swaggiest person you'll ever meet in your whole life. I grew up listening to a whole lot of different music. My parents really liked choral music, so lots of joyous celebration. Then there was like Yolanda Adams, BB and CC, Kirk Franklin. My mom was very into like 80s only slow jams, so every Sunday always that. But my sister was the person who kind of exposed me to more like pop and more urban music, because she listened to a whole lot of different stuff. I also had friends who listened to rock. My sister loved like Mr. Salvin and Katy Perry. So it was a whole lot of everything. Black Eyed Peas, Missy Elliott, Lebu Mathosa, Brenda Fassie, obviously. Just kind of like a mixing pot, just the typical South African girl growing up in the 90s, being between the hood and the burbs. You're gonna get a little bit of everything. I grew up in Benoni and it was really, really awesome. I loved growing up in Benoni. It's a small town. A lot of the time when you tell people you're from Benoni, they kind of have this like weird expression, and it's like, why? Charlize is from there. Like the Princess of Monaco is from Benoni, and so am I. I mean, it's the best place in the world. But growing up, we had a lot of fun. I always say I never had any friends, only brothers and sisters, because we were all just super tight. Lots of house parties as teenagers. There was this place, Emabaso, that we used to go to a lot. Burnt down recently, which is quite sad, but we just used to kick it, man. It's just like typical small town living. That's also where I started hosting events, because everyone in Benoni was either a rapper or a dancer, and I was the person who used to host all the events. So there was that creative side to it, but it was definitely super family orientated, just very easy, not too flashy, which was very nice. It wasn't very competitive. It was just like growing up with like people that you love every day. It was amazing. So I started making music after working at MTV as a VJ for about 3 years. I was just very interested in the whole African music scene and where it was going, and just how artists were expressing themselves. Also, just being a television presenter for so long, I wanted to express myself in a different way. When you're a presenter and you represent a channel, you kind of have to be this very cookie-cutter, very straight. You can't really say things that the channel wouldn't want you to say, and have views that they wouldn't really be proud of. So I wanted to express myself a bit differently, just because I had more to say. I had more that I was feeling, and music was a really great outlet for me to do that. Also at the time, around like 2013, 2014, I thought that the game really needed a female voice to really like represent Olerato Notumi Baselokshi, just to have that sense of, I can get that, I can relate to that. She looks like me, she sounds like me, So that's really what I wanted to do, and it's been a few years now, still going strong. Looking back at my early childhood, I don't think anyone would really have known I'd become a musician, specifically a rapper. It wasn't necessarily something that I was into. I mean, I was just always into television. I was obsessed with YoTV. So on the weekdays, even on Saturday mornings, I would always be that person that's like just in front of the TV watching, because I really just wanted to be one of those kids. But I always say life is what happens while you're busy making plans, and this is exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Okay, maybe let's start at the beginning, because that's a great place to start. So I've been working at MTV now for about 3 years as a VJ. So I'm just like out there doing my thing, you know. I'm interviewing all your favorite artists. I'm traveling around the continent, hosting events. I'm in LA on the red carpet, in freaking Scotland, Glasgow. Like, I'm really doing my thing at MTV at the time. And then one day in the office, VG, who's also working there, just randomly asks me, Moose, have you ever thought about doing music? And I was like, no, but like, let's just do it, because I mean, why not? Obviously at the time, I had no idea how much work this was all gonna take, but it really sounded like a great idea. So Mel from Spotify now was also working at MTV. She's also there in the back like, yo, Moozlie, you should totally do this. I'm like, you know what? I am totally gonna do this. So this was like a Thursday or like a Wednesday, and that was Durban July weekend. So VG says to me, I'm at Cash Time, you know, working with the guys now, and we are gonna be at Durban July this weekend. We've got an event. Maybe just come through, meet the guys, see how you feel, and then yeah, we can just take it from there. So I go to this party, Durban July. Skhanda comes and picks me up, and this is also like when me and Skhanda started dating, so just really nice. Anyway, so Skhanda comes and he picks me up, and we get to this party. We get there a little bit earlier than the guys, but it's okay because it's like a head honcho party. And if you know what head honcho parties back then were like, it's like 2015, 2014 head honcho party. Soft. So we chilling, kicking it, super megas in the couch, you know, it's just a good time. Then suddenly out of nowhere, just like, I swear the music stopped and everybody just like stopped and froze and just looked at the door, and I just saw everybody's heads turning. And then I just see Kid X and Mags and KO and my Easy Does It. And I'm not even lying to you guys, they were walking in slow motion. They were literally walking in slow motion. And this is like before Kara Kara even became a thing. It was like right on the way. And it was at that moment that I decided that I'm gonna be Skhanda Queen and I wanna take over the rap game with these guys. And it was amazing. So that was like Friday night. Monday, we flew back to Joburg. As soon as I left the airport, went to KO's house, had a meeting with him and my E. Vijay wasn't even there anymore. I was done with him. I was like, I'm inside now. And yeah, that's pretty much how it all started for me. I would absolutely love to collaborate with Reese Madlisa and, you know, those like Changpak, those guys, like they are so dope. Zuma as well. They kind of give me Brown Dash vibes in a really weird way. I know probably like a 2K may not hear it like that because it's happening over these Mapiano beats, but they're really, really dope. But I think Drake as well, because I mean, who wouldn't want to be #1 on the Billboard charts? I feel a sense of catharsis when I'm making music. For me, every time I write, I really want it to be real, and I want to kind of hold a mirror up and just reflect what's happening in my life, or at least the life of people around me. So it feels extremely cathartic. It can be a little bit stressful because sometimes you hear it so clearly in your head that when it comes out of your mouth, if it doesn't sound exactly like that, it can be a bit annoying. But definitely a big sense of catharsis. Performing it is the best. I think when you have people just singing it back, or even if they don't know the song, but they're just vibing to it, that energy and that connectedness in a room or in a space, it's really indescribable. Like, and music is able to connect with people in ways that, you know, you can't. There are people who think I'm annoying as hell, but they know that Fidel slaps. So, yeah, it's a really amazing feeling being able to perform your music. It's like liberating and soul connecting at the same time.